Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Whomst podcast. I'm your host, George Collins. This is episode, I believe, 204. 204. Actually, I almost made a mistake today. And that was doing this. So let's see. Let me put this down so I can be professional for a second. I almost played this as my intro.
Burn my house to the ground! My family's dead! My family's dead! My family's dead! My family's dead!
Alright, why is that in bad taste? Because I am talking about the Walmart shootings today. So, let's go ahead and just edit that out. Yeah, good times. Good thing I'm a professional and didn't leave that in or anything like that. Yeah, welcome to the show, and we're gonna talk about that. I'm not. By the way, I'm not gonna be giving like energy towards like the actual killers or anything like that. These people who, if you haven't been living under a rock, even if you have, I'm pretty sure you heard about it. This guy, Walmart manager. I don't know the backstory for real. He ends up killing 6 of his coworkers. Just snapped and killed them. Had a manifesto. Blah blah blah. Was black. Blah. You heard the story. What I'm bringing to the topic is because you heard the news. You heard that all that stuff. What I want to say, give my 2 cents on the whole situation is. This is partially Walmart's fault too, and you know what? Let me take these glasses off because the light. It's half of their fault as well because they do a terrible job when it comes to like handling mental health. Cause I've had experience. People who listen to the show, they know I have my great experience working with Walmart. I've been working for them for like 7 years now. I don't work with them anymore. I moved on, but I got my experience. Let me put this shit down. I have my experience and I got my stories and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell a few of them if I can remember them, because I want to put that shit to the back of my mind because it wasn't really that fun working there. Hopefully that didn't. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun at all. If I can remember correctly, I remember once my mom passed away. I said once as if it happens multiple times. My mom, she passed away, died of cancer, and I was working stalking. I had stopped working as a loss prevention, and I was a lead as well. And then I stopped and started doing stalking because I don't really like thinking about work. I'm one of those guys who like. At home, I'm thinking about work and stuff like that. And as a creative, as a comedian, that kind of messes with my writing because especially if you're a lead or something like that, and the amount of work that they gave you, because I was like electronics lead, so you're not only doing where the video games, DVDs stuff is. You're messing with photos. If your store has the cell phones, you're doing the cell phones. They had me doing clearance as well. It was like 4 or 5 different departments. No type of training at all, right? So I'm just dealing with all this stuff by myself for like a month before I'm like, y'all not finna set me up. I'm finna go and move on to a different position so I don't get fired because I'm doing a job wrong. And y'all not gonna take the time to try to train me or anything like that. So I was stalking, and mom passed away, and I do the grievance, and I was gonna take off like a few days so I could handle that, right? This one man, I forget her name, but boy, she was a bitch. She was a bitch, man, because she was one of those. I don't know what's the like hiring for like leads on like not leads, but like managers, the higher ups, it's like, oh, do you have to have like parental issues and something like that? It's like your parents didn't love you enough, so you really kissing ass and shit like that. So I don't know. She was just a fucking asshole for no fucking reason. She know how much work we had to do, but still just kind of walk around just being a bitch. So, when my mom passed, I was leaving, and I didn't know the process, because as much as I want to grieve for my mom, I got bills to pay. I'm just not gonna leave for like 3 or 4 days or a week and not sure if I'm gonna get paid or not, right? So I'm like asking questions, and I'm asking her, and she was like, you can't call off. In so many words, she was like, you can't call off. Of course that's wrong, but she was like, she was trying to make it seem like I was gonna get in trouble if I left and had time off and stuff like that. So things like that, for some reason, she could be going through the same situation I was, like the whole not training stuff. So she kind of like, so she's kind of just making it up as she goes, and because she's the manager, people can kind of go with it, and she has that weird power trip or something like that. I don't know, but stuff like that. So you have these managers who don't really know how to deal with people, don't know how to communicate with people, and you want these people to try to basically handle a lot of people. These managers aren't psychiatrists or anything like that. They because they watch a couple of videos. Yeah, Walmart. I can even add Target to this too, because they fired me and I almost was like to the breaking point as well. These retail stores, they attempt to try to tackle mental health by like, oh, we got posters all around the break room or hallways next to the time clock talking about, oh, you can just call this number or blah blah blah, or you can just email this number, talk to some people if you're having thoughts of like suicide or some shit like that. But let's be real. If you've been through it, I've been through this before. I'm not looking for that. I'm not be like, what number do I call? Like, we're not thinking about that shit. We're not thinking about that number. This is a really half-ass attempt on handling mental health. They'll have these posters. It's like, hey, you can watch these videos. Train going by. You can watch these videos, and this will solve your problems, or this is like a step. But like I said, it's like you damn near have to have that eye, that third eye, to be able to spot someone who's having a silent breakdown. And I don't know what's the solution, honestly. And honestly, stop putting it on these managers. Stop putting it on these managers, man. They job is already hard enough. They already like juggling 1,000 things at the same time, and you want these people to try to like figure out human beings' mental health. That's not gonna help. These are just normal people, and they just throwing it on them. These like district managers and stuff like that, who just kind of like pop in once a month, once every month, and pretend they run shit, fucking stressing everybody out. That's probably what was going on. Look, I'm saying this not defending the guy who shot up those people. When I say this probably happened because of like not only bullying, but on top of like, this is during the holidays. If you ever worked any like retail, Walmart, Target, any during the holidays, that shit is not for the weak. You feel me? So he probably dealing with those people because he had a manifesto, and he had these people who fucking, I don't know what they did to this dude. Just fucked with him, right? So add that on top of like Walmart just really throwing like a fucking ton of work, putting all this pressure on you to get everything perfect for the holidays and stuff like that. I was working at Walmart for a few months, like I want to say 3-4 months ago, right? And the holidays was coming up. Talking about like people calling off, people getting fired. We working with a skeleton crew to get like this whole store done in like 6 hours, and no help from like the other shifts. And all the managers that works the other shifts, they don't want to assist the night shift or anything like that. It's all every problem is always a night shift, but they don't want to do anything to help with the night shift. You know what I mean? I'm rambling. My point is these companies and these business people who just like they're not in the stores. I'm talking about like these district managers, these like I want to say CEOs or something like that. They put all this pressure on these stores and these managers who just normal fucking people at the end of the day. As much as I don't like a lot of managers or anything like that, but they're normal people dealing with a lot of stuff, and these district managers, supervisors or whatever put so much pressure on these people without doing their part. They're neglecting Jesus Christ. They're neglecting these leads and stuff like that the same way what am I saying? Just like these leads should be able to like spot when like an employee is going through it, talk them through it, so we don't have this situation where this employee shot up people, right? These district managers should be doing the same thing instead of just like looking at numbers and shit like that and stressing these people out. Like they're going through a lot. Again, not defending this guy, but I point some of the finger towards Walmart. They gotta do a lot more besides just like posting numbers on posters and shit like that. Do I got another story? Yeah, okay. So anyway, condolences to all the families, not just the Virginia people, because it was like 4 different shootings in this last week. One was like in Queensbury. One was I want to say somewhere in Tennessee. Another one was during Black Friday. I forget exactly where that was. Then you have this one in Virginia. Was it Cheapasaki, something like that? That's why I don't want to name the killer. I don't want to put his name out there because of this. After this happened, right, then all of a sudden like 3 or 4 more shootings. I'm pretty sure shootings happen all the time in Walmart. It's fucking Walmart. But because of this, that fuels these weird psychos who just want attention. So you just got people fucking just starting shit. We just got too many people. Let's be real. Like we just got too many people. That's all. Too many people. We got 8 billion people now, man. People just fucking crazy. It's fucking like crazy during the pandemic. And, oh Lord, man. Oh yeah, I brought up Target because somebody was like, do this stuff happen to Target? I'm pretty sure it happens in Target as well, but it's not because, and you probably don't hear about it, not because they do a good job of like handling their situations and their employees. If anything, Target employees are more stressed out than Walmart because they have to like keep this weird bougie ass image. And I was working at Target back when I was living in Vegas, and they fired me during 2 weeks in. This is the shortest time I ever had a job, and low key was because I was kind of a dickhead, but like. But like still, they try to keep this like personality going. It's such a pain in the ass. They don't like to work with you or anything like that. They fired me because I was late twice when I have to take a bus that takes me an hour and a half to get to work. So they put me in such a predicament. They fired me on a rent check, right? I didn't even get it was like my rent check. Like this is it, right? I just moved here. This is my rent check. I broke down at work. This is it. I fucking threw. They had the little scanner. I threw their scanner through the wall of the break room after they fired me, right? And if it wasn't for my friend Denzel being in Vegas, who just moved there as well, if it wasn't for him coming to my rescue, basically, and coming and letting me stay with him in his 1-bedroom apartment for like damn near a year. I really thought about just driving back up to that Target, and not so much. I honestly, I think because of like Vegas is like really not so much strict gun laws, but like it's way more strict than it is here in Texas. I like right now I can just go get a driver's license and have a gun by the end of the weekend. But Vegas is like a whole different process. I don't even know the whole thing because I think I read like a paragraph of it, and I was like, okay, I can't just go and get I can't just like go and get one. All right, it's like it's gonna take me more than a day. You feel me? So I was like, I'm impatient. Like if I'm not mistaken, it was gonna take me like, I think it was gonna take me like 6 months. Not only had to have a license, like a true license, because I don't know if it's just native for Nevada, but they have like a true license. They got like a gold star, so it's like you can use this license as like a state license as well, or whatever. I don't know. So you got to do that, pay for the license, and wait a couple of months or whatever. If I'm remembering correctly. If it wasn't for that, and I had that type of personality, and I was like crazy enough, I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought about doing some like reckless shit because of that, because they put me in that situation, because they didn't want to work with me, and I wasn't being a dickhead. I wanted to work, you know. I wasn't being like dickhead towards them or anything like that. I just wanted to work, and they wouldn't work with me. They wouldn't even let me get my first check. I got fired before my first check, y'all, and I was like, yeah, I'm late, but like, let me get my first check. This is what I told them. Like, let me get my first check. And if the bus runs late again, because I got fired because, you know, if you rode the bus before, they'll have to stop and get like handicapped people, because, you know, handicapped people got to get places too. But when you're picking up a handicapped person, it takes a little time. And in 2 different instances, they picked up like multiple disabled people, like 2-3 people. That's like fucking 6, 7, 8 minutes off. And when I'm trying to take a bus at 4 o'clock in the morning, these buses don't run that often. So when we pick up like 2 disabled people, 5-6 minutes tops, right? And I missed the next bus, I missed the next intersection, right? So I gotta wait an hour for the next one to come. I'm late to work now because of like disabled people. Not gonna lie, I was pissed off at disabled people for a while because of that shit. I was heated because I'm like, oh, it's because of y'all no leg having ass motherfuckers. I lost my job, but like I know it's like I was just pissed off because of it, but it's like I don't hold it against people for real. It's just a joke. But I'm like, fuck, you know, I'm like, let me get my first check, so if I miss my bus, I can at least call an Uber or a Lyft or something like that, because it's Vegas and it's way more people, more Lyft drivers there, right? So I can do that just in case. I'm gonna take my bus because it's cheaper. But if I have the situation where it's like a disabled person or something again, or a bus break down because I don't know, the city don't want to put money into buses, I'll just call a Lyft for that last like half of $5. I will take a Lyft from home to work normally, but that costs like $30, and that's kind of like counterproductive. Use it during an emergency, but they wasn't trying to hear that. They just got rid of me. And like I said, I was exaggerating, talking about like getting a gun and something like that, but it's like, I honestly, because of the timing, right? If you're new to the show, especially I'm putting this on YouTube, so you're really new to the show. You're new to the show. When I got fired, right? Now, and this is my first time getting evicted or getting close to getting evicted, right? Who is fucking calling me? Around the time that I was getting evicted, this is my first time dealing with that too, in a new city by myself. Some homeless people burned down a building, like a little like abandoned house that was right next to my apartment complex. Like, this shit went into fucking like flames, and it was right next to my window. and it didn't burn down my apartment complex, but the fire department was called, and the water broke through my glass, and it just big giant window, right? Like the window's so damn big. One, I can't get windows cover at all, but because of the height of the apartment, I didn't need it. I didn't need one, so I just kept this natural light. The window was so goddamn big, it illuminated my whole room, my bathroom, the living room behind me, everything, right? So when the fire departments broke my window trying to take out this fire, the apartment complex took like 2-3 weeks to fix this window, right? So, and I didn't have lights. I didn't have no lights at all. Like I said, I just moved there. All I got is a suitcase and a PS4. So they came with a giant piece of wood and giant piece of wood and blocked the window. So my room's pitch black for like weeks. Right after getting fired, I know I can't pay my rent. I just sold this bike. I didn't know what to do. I'm by myself. I'm one of the people that like don't like to like ask for help from people and stuff like that. So I'm just dealing with this shit, right? And all this is going on, and I'm like, it's because of this fucking manager at Target. And I was like, it's all this motherfucker's fault. And I really thought about it, just like driving up, because I know what time they work. So I almost wanted to like take the bus and like go up there at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and wait for this dude to come out, and not so much do something to him. I'm not crazy, but but I wanted to do something to his car. So I was like looking up, how many tires can I pop without so that he'll have to pay for it, not his insurance. I wanted to break through his window. I wanted to do all types of shit, right? I wasn't, like I said, I didn't want to hurt him. I was like, I'm not like that, but I could. What if I was? It could have been a whole nother situation, because these people putting business over like somebody's like livelihood. Like it's such a pain in the ass, bro. And what really pissed me off, because the manager was like, we got a business to run. I've never been no more than like 20 minutes late to work. Because of how I am, I try to take the bus, and I try to be there 30 minutes early because I'm on a bus, right? So even if I miss my bus, I'm like 15 minutes late. 20 minutes late. I'm not lying or exaggerating. 2 times being late, no more than 20 minutes late. And I always told him, hey, I'll work that time if y'all need me to as well, like to like make up for it, or not, to save y'all money, whatever. Like I like my fault. I was like, it's not me bullshitting. It's just a bus. I take a bus here. Shit, but it was like, I'm running a business. Like, you're not gonna go bankrupt because I'm 20 minutes late, bro. Just like, and I think because I just moved there to Vegas, and I had this attitude of like, I'm here because of comedy. I was like, I think that's that attitude that I had is like, fuck you, dude. Kind of like, fuck you, work with me kind of attitude, that he really didn't want to work with me. So it was like, oh look, man, it was a lot, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I really added anything. I know for sure I just wanted to tell a few stories of my retail days because of this situation. All I'm saying is these retail people need to work on their people. Like, stop making it so much about business. Y'all gonna be here. Y'all super popular. A lot like Walmart. It's like, who the fuck who doesn't shop at Walmart, Amazon? Come on, it's not going anywhere anytime soon, right? Like, maybe spend a little bit more time with y'all people. Right? Sometimes it's not even about pay, because some people will deal with the pay if they like working there, and these managers kind of just fucking dickheads. And you know what? as a ex manager myself, like I get why they can be a dickhead, because some people don't want to fucking work, and you have these these suits. You get what I'm saying? These higher ups who really don't give a damn. All they see is numbers. All they see is numbers. They think they come in here and try to run shit and try to be like that, but they don't know what's actually going on. Those are the fucking problems. I'm not even blaming all the managers that's actually in the store every day working. Even the store manager, he's the part that he or she is the problem. The ones because they go in store to store, they barely know people's name. They the problem. They don't know the people that they if you can't name the people that work for you, why the fuck are you here? You're the manager. Figure it out, huh? Yeah, I know you got 1,000 things, but shit, you have problems like this pop up. Maybe if they was a little bit more personal. I know being personal with like your employees can go to like a darker place, but to avoid situations like this whole shooting thing, you had to dip into it. You probably would have got the signs that he was being fucked with. Again, for the people in the back who ain't listening, I'm not defending what the dude did. I'm just saying it could have been avoided. If I don't know, I don't got the answers. I'm just bringing it up. But yeah, that's the Whomst podcast, man. Next week could be a little bit funnier. But yeah, see y'all later, man. I check the description for like, because I can't really think of all the stuff that's going on. Hit the links that's in the description if you're on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Like, subscribe. Man, it's just a lot, dude. Check the description. I know I got an Amazon link now. You can hit the link that on Amazon. Christmas coming up. You buying something, use my link. It's not a discount, but it's more of like a referral. You know, hit my link, buy something that supports the show while you also getting the stuff that you was already going to buy. But yeah, that's it. Check the description for all follows. Twitter at regular ass George. You want to submit your stories of when you worked at Walmart, Target, all these retails, and you got your shitty stories? Please call me. Leave a voicemail, 725-999-2704. That's 725-999-2704. Leave a voicemail. I will play it in the beginning of the next episode. Thank you for listening. Peace out.